Shalom, elective Israel, to the whole elected Israel, Hebrew Israelites, the so-called Negro, Latino, Native American, West Indian, Haitians, and the foreign Israelites that look like the other nations, scattered across the four corners of the earth. Gotta give all praise to Barak, Yahawah, Barak, Yahawashi, Barak, Yahawah, Barak, Yahawashi, Barak, Yahawah, Barak, Yahawashi. Gotta give all praises to Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi, Bahasham, Qadash. I want to give double honors to the elders and the apostles of great millstone led me to this truth. I've been ordained by the Lord to teach the flock how to live, repent, pray, fast, and show forth the Lord's righteousness and mercy, judgment, forgiveness, and wrath to all those who are part of the elect to the OK-LA-Homa. Lord willing to be part of that number. Lord willing to be edifying to those who fear in the name of the Lord and striving to show forth the Lord's righteousness every day to the best of their ability. His judgment always comes to light. Zephaniah chapter 3, verse 5, and it's not slack. 2 Peter chapter 3, verse 9. And it's also unto a ring. 2 Ezra chapter 5, verse 42. So Salakia that I don't got my, I usually got my garment on, but I'm over here at a bar right now out in the back. So I don't want to make too much commotion. I at least got my beads on that was made by a beloved sister that made them for me, handmade. This last couple hours, I've been out here thinking and meditating in Yahawah, Yahawashi, and as things get rougher for me in this wicked ass nation, it's almost like the Lord made it happen where it's like He strengthened me to show me like you really don't need this shit, bro. As long as I can charge my phone, I can put my shit on charge wherever and get to the plantation. Shit, I don't need that shit, man. It's all extra shit after you really look at it. And that's what we got to kind of look at it, because it says it's going to come to a point where we're going to be as nomads upon the earth. All this shit is extra, man. We don't need none of this shit. All we need is Yahawah, Yahawashi, have a little bit of Sprite. I usually need to be drinking water, but hey, ain't going to lie to you. So let's get into this lesson. It's Franklin Graham at Christian Media Convention. And there's some things that he said that we can tie into some precepts. First Citizen, and also First Citizen Bank cutting jobs. And also I need to put on there because you know me, we ain't doing no 1-2 topics. All the people who have listened to me for a while, we know we going in. Various end time topics as well. There's so much going on, you got to deal with multiple things now. Or jacking up everything, But we still gonna push the word of Yahawah Yahawashi. We don't give a fuck. If you say you ain't fucking with us, if you fucking with us, you fucking with us. If you not fucking, you bye. Okay? I said that shit yesterday. It's not gonna change to the death, Lord willing. Because I don't care, man. I don't care. Ultimately, the Lord's doing everything to condemn your ass if you ain't really in this truth. Because I'm not fucking playing, man. I'm not acting out here like I'm hard as fuck, but I ain't gonna act like I ain't going through shit. Like I'm going through shit that normal people ain't going through, man. So you can understand that or not, man. I done put down my money and motherfuckers ain't showing that they give a fuck and paying the shit that I gave money to pay for. So now I'm out here on my own type shit for a second. I'm not on my own. I got the brotherhood. But this is my test, man. The Lord's testing me, because I lost everything for a minute. I started gaining shit again. So you still follow me if I take it away again? Yeah, man, I ain't had shit last time. Why not? What's the point of quitting now, man? You got to stick this out to the death. So right now, We're gonna look up this first thing talking about Franklin Graham or something. Graham, a Christian media conviction. He said every demon from hell has been turned loose in society. So let's see what he's talking about.
Invest in your employees' long-term health. Better health insurance equals a happier team. Curative, a whole person.
For more on the powerful series of storms sweeping through.
Well, just saying, something about the tornadoes sweeping through Mississippi killed more than 20, but we're gonna read this. It says in this keynote, right here. In this keynote addressed to opening session of the National Religious Broadcasters International Christian Media Convention here on Monday night, and this is mainly just to rebuke these fake ass Christians. Revelation Christian Graham menaced no words regarding faith in today's society. He told all those gathered there is a storm coming. We have all got to be prepared. So now even the Christians are letting them know there's something coming. And they used to be with all smooth words, remember? They used to always be like, oh, we good. We in the new covenant. We taken care of. We straight. They're always like that. But now they're not like that no more. They're saying there's a storm coming. They know why, because they've been watching Great Millstones, and they done put all the stuff together, and they're like, yep, they're right. So they're telling their people, he said, usually they come with all the, talking about faith and all that. He said, nope. Hey, you saw Edom finna get jacked up. We all got to get prepared. Revelation Graham also said every demon from hell has been turned loose in our culture today. The world has deteriorated so quickly. He said from the stage, we cannot be deceived. We cannot be fooled. We need to get ready and prepared for what? The terrible judgment of the Lord. And none of these people are going to be prepared. So they still taking their tithes. They say you got to get prepared. President and CEO of Samaritan's Purse, a Christian relief and evangelism organization, as well as Billy Graham or some evangelistic association, which shares the good news of Jesus Christ and is headquartered in Boone, North Carolina. Yeah, talking about so-called white man taking your money. That's what they telling you. They shall make merchandise to you, man. That's what it says in the scriptures. It's not even part of my precepts, but let's do it. They finally starting to say it. Hey man, shit's finna get bad. Well, guess what, motherfucker? I don't got no water, electricity, gas. You ain't telling me shit I don't know. I already fucking know. Okay? And I actually paid for the shit to stay on. And the person that I trusted to do it ain't do it. My elder knows what I got going on, but we finna make it out, Lord willing, If not, whatever, Whatever. All glory to Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi. That's the last word you're gonna hear me say, Lord willing. So 2 Peter chapter 2, verse 3. And through covetousness shall they with vain words make merchandise of you, whose judgment now of a long time lingereth not, and their damnation slumbereth not. That's why you got this punk ass Christian over here talking about we better get ready. You better get ready, motherfucker, to get your ass whooped. So now said we're living in a cancel culture, and big corporations want to destroy Christian organizations. No, they don't. Bahasham wants to. Bahasham wants to because y'all took everything in 70 AD from the people of Israel, and you tried to say it was yours to make these big ass churches and make money off the people. So he wants to destroy you because you're supposed to be destroyed. That's why I said your damnation slumbereth not. It's coming. They want us to shut our mouths. They don't want to hear from us because you want some bull big. It is completely false to claim that AWS Amazon Web Services discriminates based on customer viewpoints of spoken from Amazon told Fox News Digital via email. AWS provides services to millions of customers across the political, business, and ideological spectrum. So y'all just so great people, you know. They feared for their life. No, y'all haven't. Y'all been some wicked ass motherfuckers the whole time. Y'all ain't talking about shit. Fuck y'all. Get ready to die because the Lord's finna take y'all ass out. And we don't care because we've been warning you. All you in the churches, keep going over there and giving these damn devils your fucking money, and they some demons. So this is Judges. Chapter 10, verse 14. And it reads, go and cry unto the gods, the false one which ye have chosen. Let them deliver you in the time of your tribulation. We're going to see if he delivers y'all. We're going to find out if so-called Jesus Christ comes and takes care of y'all whenever all this stuff hits the fan. We're going to find out. We're going to see how much faith you got, buddy. Isaiah chapter 47, verse 11. Therefore shall evil come upon thee, and thou shalt not know from whence it riseth. Because why? Because it's going to come like a thief in the night. You ain't going to know. And mischief shall fall upon thee, and thou shalt not be able to put it off. And desolation shall come upon thee suddenly, which thou shalt not know. They ain't going to know. They don't need to know. You know, forget about it. Forget about it. It's all good. It's all good. Don't worry about it. Said you were right this whole time. We're going to see. We'll see if it pays off. Revelations chapter 18, verse 23. And the light of the candle shall shine no more at all in thee. And the voice of the bridegroom and of the bride shall be heard no more at all in thee. For thy merchants were the great men of the earth. For by thy sorceries all the nations deceived. And that's what they deceived them with. These false doctrines, all they're talking about, we're in the new covenant already. We're already blessed to be here. And you're enslaving like a very big part of the earth, man. Sex, slave trade, all this stuff y'all want to kind of keep hiding. But you're being revealed, Esau. You're being revealed, bro. It's a game over. You're not getting out of here. Zechariah chapter 10, verse 2. For the idols have spoken vanity, and the diviners have seen a lie, and have told false dreams. They comfort in vain, therefore they went their way as a flock. They were troubled because there was no shepherd. And that's why they troubled. Because they live their life without a God. Ecclesiasticus chapter 32, verse 20. They don't have necessary patience to seek Yahawashi because it wasn't ordained for them to. That's why they're not having patience to do it. That's why we know that they're going to perish. Revelation chapter 8, verse 19. And we hope to be part of that number that doesn't perish either. But if we do perish, we're not going to be no weenies about it. And we're going to wait for Yahawashi to deliver us and rise us up again. Or we'll wake up later. It's whatever. It's whatever he wanted to do. I'm cool with that. Isaiah chapter 8, verse 19. And when they shall say unto you, seek unto them that have familiar spirits, and to wizards that peep and that mutter, should not a people seek unto their God? Yahawah is who that's talking about. For the living to the dead. See? Should they not seek Yahawah? They don't want to. To the law and to the testimony, if they speak according not to this word, it is because there is no light in them. They don't got no light in them. So they trying to act like we need to prepare. Y'all are some devils, man. You need to prepare by giving me more money so I can prepare. That's what they're telling their congregation right now. Habakkuk chapter 2, verse 19, and it reads, woe unto them that saith to the wood, awake. They got their little crosses everywhere. Talking about what would Jesus do? To the dumb stone, arise, it shall teach. Teach what? That you're going to die. Behold, it is laid over with gold and silver, and there is no breath in all the midst of it. See? What the Lord, Bahasham, Yahawashi, in his holy temple was that the so-called Negro, Latino, Native American, West Indian Haitians, the lost tribes of Israel, the 12 tribes, descended from patriotic Jacob, let all the earth keep silence before him. See? You know what? That puts another spirit on me. Go and put spirit on, put spirit on me, another precept. Lord put the spirit on me to go ahead and deal with. It's one I haven't brought up in a while. It's one that has stuck with me for a very long time, since the first time I heard it. There's also one in Revelations, but we're going to deal with the one in here. So Acts chapter 10, verse 28. Because they're always like, oh, he came for the Gentiles. This is the one that be shattering Christians' dreams, okay? You want to shatter one of their dreams, just give them this scripture, this precept. They're going to figure out that they were wrong. Come on, man. Hold on. Being weird. Stop raining. It was a little nice out raining. I'm glad I'm under this overhang though. But come on, man. I don't do this in the middle of my lesson. Gotta work. So I don't have too much time. I gotta be at the plantation in a couple of hours. There we go. Salakia. Come on, man. Okay, so Acts 10:28, 10 verse 28, and it reads, and he said unto them, ye know that it is unlawful for an unlawful thing that is for a man that is a Jew to keep company or to come unto one of another nation. Okay, and when you look at when Jew revised back from the name Jacob, and Jacob's name was turned to Israel. But power, which is Yahawah, have showed me that I should not call any man uncommon or unclean. So when you look up that word, nation, it's what these Christians don't do. They don't look up words. Okay, they just try to be like, oh, it's all in English. Like, that's what they were talking back then. No, they wasn't. Paleo Hebrew was the original language at that time. Okay, so we're going to look this up.
Strong's G 246. Alaphalos.
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 See, that's foreign, right? You go over here and you look up the root word of it. So it says right here. Lock you. Give me a second. I don't know why it's not playing it. But
Strong's G 5443. Fule.
Okay. It says a tribe in the New Testament, because that's what NT means in the New Testament. All the person descended from one of the 12 sons of the patriotic Jacob. See, that's the only ones, kindred, tribe. That's who the Gentiles are. The ones who are descendants of the so-called Negro, Latinos, Native American, West Indian Haitians, period. So this is 2 Corinthians. And they're not telling you that because they don't want to, because Psalms 83, they made a conspiracy not to tell us. That's their job. 2 Corinthians chapter 11, verse 13. It's taking a long time to load. Let's go back over here where it actually pull up fast. All right, this is 2 Corinthians chapter 11, verse 13, and it reads, "For such are false apostles, deceitful workers, transforming themselves into the apostles of Mashiach." How did they do that? You know, because Christ means Mashiach in Paleo Hebrew, which means the anointed one. You know, so they basically, you know, when they came and raided Israel, there's this thing called iconoclasm. We can look it up real quick. You know, they used this and they covered up all the faces of the real, you know, pictures of the elders and apostles, you know, of Israel, including with Yahawah and Yahawashi.
Iconoclasm.
There it is. An action of attacking or assertively rejecting cherished beliefs. See, they took our heritage and institutions or established values and practices. This whole place is opposite Yahawah, Bahasham, and Yahawashi. The rejection or destruction of religious images. See, they changed all the faces as heretical and or the doctrine of iconoclasts. That's what these people are worshiping. The doctrine of iconoclasm. Okay, they've literally taken everything and transformed themselves in this ray of light, like they're just such great people. So 1 Corinthians chapter 10, verse 13. Okay, and it reads, "There have no temptation taken you, but such as is common to man, but power is faithful, who will not suffer you to be tempted above what you are able, but will with that temptation also make a way to escape, that ye may be able to bear it." So all through all these things, we're going to be able to bear it. You know, we're going to be able to bear what's going on. You know, through all what they have done to our people. You know, and when you look right here, it's in Corinthians is what I'm looking for. I think it's actually like, hold on. I think it's actually 1 Corinthians chapter 11. chapter 11, verse 33, 34, 35. Yeah, pretty sure. So you got these people out here, they always trying to come with like, saying like, oh, well, the Lord only, oh, Shalom, love. You know, these people try to come out here and act like, you know, only the Lord's dealing with them or something, like they know the truth over the elders and apostles of a great millstone. So let me find this real quick. Come on, man. It's just hard to get internet right here. Hold on. Oh, it's 14. So it's not, this is not the one I wanted, but this is 1 Corinthians chapter 14, verse 36. It says, what? Came the word of power out from you, or came it unto you only? And that's how the Christians be. They act like only the Lord's dealing with them. But they're all their individual churches. They're all divided against each other. And they're all saying that the Lord's dealing with them and the Lord's giving them revelations. But they're not all on one accord, like it says they're supposed to be. That's how we know these are the false churches. So Zephaniah chapter 3, verse 9, and we know also because they're not using Paleo-Hebrew, because it says that Paleo-Hebrew is the ancient Hebrew, the Photo-Hebrew, which is old Hebrew, is the consent that we had all together at that time before our language was changed. It says, for then I will turn unto the people, Zephaniah chapter 3, verse 9, for then I will turn the people unto the people a pure language, that they may all call upon the name of the Lord Yahawah, Yahawashi, and serve him with one consent. When you look right here, it says, you know, this is how we know that they didn't jacked up the Bible with these different languages and these different interpretations. This is Malachi chapter 3, verse 6. And it reads, for I am the Lord Yahawah, I change not. Therefore, ye sons of Jacob are not consumed. Not everybody else, just Jacob. That's the only ones that the Lord's dealing with. You see? And they don't want to consider that, these churches, man. But it's cool. You're gonna die. So now we're gonna go over here. It's talking about the richest person in the world, Bernard Arnault, loses $11 billion in one day. You know, now he got 176, but you know, it just shows how fast that you can lose money in a day. You know, if he lost that much money for 2 weeks, he'd be broke. You know, and that's how fast you can lose your money here, man. And while that's going on, while he losing all his bread, it says First Citizens Bank cutting jobs at failed Silicon Valley Bank. First Citizens will be cutting 500 jobs, approximately 3% of the workforce. So let's see what they're talking about a little bit. If I can get the video to pull up. You're gonna listen to all of it. I'm just gonna listen a little bit to it. You know, you heard the most of it. I'm not gonna put it on there. It's taking too long. So says Republicans' proposal to raise the debt ceiling would leave 9,300 more children exposed. So it says Republicans' proposal to raise the debt ceiling would leave 9,300 more children exposed to lead poison, the White House says. So the House Republicans have proposed deep standing cuts in exchange for increasing the debt limit. So they're going to end up, since they know that this is coming and they can't fix it, their idea is to cut a third of the money. Okay, and that's going to risk a lot of people suffering, which they don't care about. So they're probably going to do it. It says Republicans have insisted they wouldn't cut funding for defense. The Department of Veterans Affairs said they wouldn't, and the border security, meaning that the border will reach their goal of reducing 2020 spending to 2022. They'd have to cut at least 30% of funding for all other government programs. So now they're finna cut a third of everything that people are getting to survive, right? They're gonna cut a third of all of the government spending stuff that you're getting from the government. They're gonna cut a third of that. And not let alone that, prices are going up and raises ain't going up. So this is just showing that this devil is revealing himself. He's showing that he's not going to be here to take care of us. We need Yahawashi. You know, the Lord's forcing his hand. You know, so then right here we got, while that's happening, Germany falls into recession as inflation hits their economy. So they're falling too. Okay? They're falling too. The only people that have been increasing is China. Okay? And the BRICS nations. And that's why everybody's starting to cling towards the BRICS nations, because the Lord is forcing their hand, because they're not having enough money to keep their economy stabilized. So it's the Lord pushing this system to go further. And while that's happening, it says Oklahoma lawmaker alleges schools are on the verge of losing millions of federal grant money. So they're losing money too. See? They're losing money too. So that's how you know that this place is going to shit. And everywhere else is going to shit. If you ain't got Yahawashi outside, well, guess what? You're going to be shit out of luck. It's already, some of us already out here shit out of luck. Okay? But, you know, us that are going through that right now, you know, the Lord is preparing us for that time, you know. We're not going to be like, whatever, we didn't have shit right now. Who gives a fuck? Over here, we just going to want to survive and get beamed up in the chariots, Lord willing. So this is Mark 10, verse 25. And it reads, it is easier for a camel to go through the eye of a needle than for a rich man to enter into the kingdom of power. And Elder Apostle Gabar was talking about today. That's why the Lord don't keep us rich, because he knows that if we was rich, we wouldn't ask for no help from the Lord. We wouldn't depend on Yahawashi and Yahawashi. And that's why we're not supposed to have money. It's for our good, you know? This is for our good, to show us you really don't even need all that shit, man. You really don't. You really don't need none of that shit, you know? When it really comes down to it, you don't really need all that shit. You know, and I've always been a person to be a worker outside in the plantation. So when that heat waves come, shit, I'm gonna be ready. You know, I done been through that already. Going through hella heat waves, working out, doing concrete in 108-degree weather. Like, I've already done this already. I've already almost passed out here. And that was when I was working. If I'm not even working, I'm just sitting down and it's 110 degrees outside, I'm gonna be like, hey, it feels good out today. Like, I ain't gonna be tripping. I don't care. Matthew chapter 19, verse 24. And of course, it ain't just about me. It's just about showing that this is the mindset we gotta be in. We gotta prepare ourselves, you know, to where what if the Lord tests us for a little bit and he don't give us no spiritual powers? And we have to suffer. That's what we got in it, is to suffer. Show the Lord that we're willing to suffer for him. Matthew chapter 19, verse 24, and it reads, and again I say unto you, he said, and again. See, he said, and again in a whole nother book. And again, I say unto you, it is easy for a camel to go through the eye of a needle than for a rich man to enter into the kingdom of power. So that means that for him to say it twice, hey man, there must have been something really important people need to understand. Why we don't need to be worried about this fucking money, man, or lights or gas or whatever. Don't worry about it, whether you got it or not. And I'm able to talk about it. Why? Because I don't have it right now, and I put my money down for it. Okay, my elders know what I'm going through, but I don't want nobody to see that as like a charity case thing. It's like a thing where it's like, be strong, man. The Lord might test you. Okay, and don't look at it as like a bad thing, because the Lord punished Job. He said, "Oh, so you just gonna expect good from the Lord and not get no evil?" And this was my next trial. I made it through my court case. I made it through, going through all them tough trials. He gave me a little break. He gave me a little bit of break. He said, okay, I got to put you into another one, son. I'm chastising you. You're coming into the truth. You got your brothers watching you. Hey, you got to prove to them that you really give a fuck. And you ain't no damn spy. Just like Elder Manan Zabak said on the thing, he said there's a whole lot of spies, a whole lot of people. Well, if I make it through and do it through this and show them that I'm not no spy, then, I'm going to gain love of the brotherhood. So I'm glad I'm going through this. This is necessary to show them my allegiance, and I really do care about the brotherhood. You see what I'm saying? I'm willing to go through an immense amount of suffering. Hey, if it's got to be for me to die for them to see I give a fuck, so be it. But Lord willing, I get saved out of here. But if not, hey, it is what it is. It's the will of Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi. We're going to praise him either way. 1 Timothy chapter 6, verse 9. But if they that will be rich fall into temptation, he said, but they that will be rich fall into temptation and a snare, because they're so comfortable. They're able to have fun and do all that. And it said, better to be in the house of mirth or a house of mourning than the house of mirth, which is partying. When you got a lot of money, you're able to party and have fun, be comfortable, and not feel like you need Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi. That's why it keeps us in this state. And into many foolish and hurtful lusts, which drown men into destruction and perdition. And that's why we know the so-called white man is also going to be destroyed, because he was given the fatness of the earth. They're carnal minded, so they love indulging in carnality. Oh shit, what the fuck is that? It's a big ass fucking bird. What the fuck? Verse 10. For the love of money is the root of all evil, which while some coveted after, which is, you see some of these other camps, they out there, they got all that bread, they have erred from the faith. That's why Elder Apostle Dahar had to protect the flock and dismember from them people, just like Abraham did from his brothers. And if you come to this truth, you got to understand you're going to have to dismember from some of the people that, you grew up with your whole life, that you say your family and you love them. Because these are going to be the same people that turn you into to the government, man. If they don't come to this truth and pierce themselves through with many sorrows. What's pierced themselves? What's that? That's the charagma. That sea hit, man. They used to scan to get into the door, or scan to get into their drawers or whatever, that you incision into the right hand of your forehead. But thou, O man of power, flee these things and follow and see these things. Well, it's easy for me to flee them right now because they ain't got nothing on. So bye, and follow after righteousness, godliness, faith, love, patience, and meekness. And that's what we're supposed to be following after. We're in a good place right now. We're winning. They think that we're losing. Great. Keep that same energy. So when the Lord turns that spiritual tap on and I can fly or something, you're going to find out. I'm going to fly right past your ass from fuck Esau Edom eating your ass. And told your ass. I'm going to go get what I need to provide for what I need to provide for, whatever the Lord told me to provide for, whatever that is. I don't know. I can't see past tomorrow. So I'm not going to worry about it. But I know I'm going to prepare. I'm going to get my shit together. Make sure that if he does command me to do something like that, I set myself up to be able to do it. That's what I said, put on your image as the elect. 2 Timothy chapter 6, verse 12. Fight the good fight of faith. Just like there was a brother, I didn't know him, but he just passed and he was going through cancer. He got burned and everything. And he did all this stuff for the Lord, man. All this stuff for the Lord. And he never quit. He got sometimes was so weak he had to sit down in his wheelchair at camp. And that's why when you got some people They claim they love the Lord, and then they make up excuses being like, oh, well, I got something I got to do today. Like, I got to, it's a beautiful day of the day. I got to mow the grass. You bitch ass nigga, I hope the Lord grill your ass, man, because there's no excuses, okay? You got to do this work, period, okay? Like, you got to do this work, period. You living pretty good, bro. You over here talking about, oh, can I come to camp next week? Whatever, man. We don't need your ass around, bro. You only hear when this shit benefits you. You only hear when shit comfortable for your ass. You a fucking weenie, bro. You see what I'm saying? And niggas always want to be all fucking sensitive about it because niggas on their period and shit. Like, fuck y'all, man. You some weenies. Okay? I'm not acting like I'm the hardest nigga on the planet. Okay? I'm just saying, you gonna say you love the Lord, and then you try to make up, you try to say, oh, you can't come to camp because you got to mow your grass and it's a beautiful day out today. Get your ass out of here, man. We're gonna see how beautiful it is when Esau Edom cook your fucking leg, nigga. Cause you on that bullshit. When you say you love your brothers and you ain't even watching our videos, you're not even sharing our videos, you're not even saying you give a fuck about the brotherhood. Well, cool then, bye, nigga. We don't give a fuck about that, bro. But we're not gonna feel sorry for you when the Lord grill your ass on an open fire, nigga. Cause you on that bullshit. Unless you repent and start proving that you love the brotherhood. 1 Timothy chapter 6, verse 17, and it reads, charge them that are rich in this world, that they may not be high, that they be not high-minded. How do we charge them? We charge them with rebuke, man. We show them with this rebuke, man. We not here to live comfortable, man. We're not here for that shit. Nor trust in uncertain riches. You see, you can think you got a nice car and stuff, you riding down the street and a semi-truck hit your shit, now you ain't got no car. You lose your job and everything. You can end up with nothing. You can wake up in the morning and go to sleep and wake up an hour later and your lights be off. It's uncertain riches, man. And they talking about they can't pay their bills in 6 days. We're gonna find out. Your ass is a beautiful day when you come out there and your shit ain't working. You didn't pay for it. You're gonna find out how that fucking feels. That they be not high-minded, nor trust in uncertain riches, but in the living power, which is Yahawah, who giveth us richly all things to enjoy. That they do good, that they be rich in good works. See, we're rich in good works, ready to distribute. We're ready to distribute. We're willing to communicate. Not say we're gonna pay the electric bill for fucking 3 weeks and then not pay the shit. And then the fucking shit cuts off and then there's no response. So I'm saying Jake is a fucking bitch now, man. And he's the same Jake you would think was strong as fuck, man. There's be some Jakes out here, you be like, oh man, I know he tough. He'd have been to the pen and everything. And then just turn into a little sausage weenie, man. Luke chapter 6, verse 21 to 24. That's cool. That's cool, little boy. And it reads, woe unto you that are rich, for ye have received your constellation. You know, I'm to this point where I'm like, you can have that crusty ass house, nigga. I'm finna go somewhere else and get my shit straight. I don't even want you to know where I'm at. So when you go around looking there in the family of the word, your ass really be looking. You ain't gonna find me, bro. Duckhead ass nigga. Luke chapter 6, verse 25, and it reads, woe unto you that are full, for ye shall hunger. Woe unto you that laugh now, for ye shall mourn and weep. Yeah, you will. We're gonna be happy you're doing it. Verse 26, woe unto you, and all men shall speak well of you. So that's why I'm like, hey, you duckhead ass nigga, fuck y'all, man. Okay, because it's like, I don't give a fuck if you speak well of me or not. Okay, if Bahasham the brotherhood care about me, I'm cool. I don't need your fucking sympathy. What's it gonna matter? You getting blown up because you're not repenting. But so did their fathers to the false prophets. See what I'm saying? People coming out acting like, oh, I'm supposed to be a leader. What you supposed to lead? What, a pile of rocks? You're not even fucking paying the electric bill. When niggas give you the fucking more than half the money to pay the shit. Revelation chapter 1, verse 3, and it reads, blessed is he that reads. You know, niggas don't know how to read today. I don't know why. Because why? Because Lord don't want them to, so they can die. They that hear the words of this prophecy, keep those things which are written therein, for the time is at hand. Like right now is what's going on right now. Shit's going on right now. This place, he's literally, the Lord's literally finna make them where they can't pay their bills. You remember when it talked about how that king of Syria, I think it was the king of Syria or Babylon, but he talked about how the woman tried to ask him. She tried to ask him, feed me. I need some help, king. Help me. And I think it was Syria, but he was like saying like, no, how can I help you if the Lord ain't helping me? Basically, she said, well, get my son and we'll eat him and we'll eat your son tomorrow. And they seen him. He had flesh in his sackcloth, man. Okay, this is what's going to come to this place, and we're glad it is, because that's what they don't care about what is going through our struggles. They really don't care, and I'm so glad you don't. So when you're getting fucking grilled on open fire and niggas got barbecue sauce for your fucking thigh bone, ain't nobody gonna care, bro. Ain't nobody gonna care, bro. You're gonna be crying to Yahawashi, Yahawashi for help. He's not gonna come for your ass. He's gonna make sure that you know beforehand while it's happening, so you can know that you're gonna have a painful, slow death, and we're gonna be laughing at your ass. We're gonna be straight laughing at your ass, because we've been over here struggling and suffering and warning you and being content, being humble as doves. Ain't nobody put his hands on nobody. Ain't nobody threatened nobody. Ain't nobody took nobody's shit, stole nobody's shit, nothing. So Mark 4:19, and it reads, and the cares of this world and the deceitfulness of riches and the lust of other things entering in choke the word, and it becometh unfruitful. That's why I don't be out here. Yeah, I could go talk to other females. Yeah, I could go do this, but what's the point? What is that going to bring me? That's not going to bring me no profit. It's not expedient. Of course, it's okay, we can deal with other women, but what's the point? All these women out here is defiled anyways. The only reason why I'm talking to the woman I'm talking to right now, because she's only been with one man, and that dude passed. That's the only reason why I'm even considering her. Okay, my whole thing was like, I'm not fucking with nobody. Fuck this place. I want to see this place get destroyed. Okay, if it's not got nothing to do with Bahasham, I don't want nothing to do with it. You know, I'm just one of those kind of brothers. Like, I don't want to deal with no, you know, and we can deal with either women. We can do all that, but I'm like, what's the point? They're finna perish here. I don't see what's the point of me putting myself in that and put myself in a predicament of falling into temptation, because I might not be as strong as another brother who can handle that. And I don't know if I am or not. Why? Because I ain't been through it, but I don't mean I'm going to try it just to make sure. Fuck that. I'm just going to stick over here and do what I'm supposed to be doing. Worshiping Yahawashi with every inch of my body, you know, that I have, you know, to offer and my time. This is Matthew chapter 6, verse 20. Actually, Hebrews chapter 11, verse 6. We're going to hit that first. Don't want to be too long. I got a little bit more time. So, and it reads, but without faith, it is impossible to please him. And that's how we know that, you know, this is a big deal that we have this faith, you know, because it's a gift from the Lord. We're going to read that in a second. For he that cometh to power must believe that he is, and he that is a rewarder of them that diligently seek him. So yeah, you know, working out it has little profit. It says it's it's little profitable. Sure, whatever. Doesn't mean you still can't go work out. Yeah, it says that you can deal with multiple women. You know, it's not no big deal. It's not a sin. But what is that profiting us in the end? That's what I look at it like. What is it going to profit us if we're doing that? At this time, it's a different time right now. You know, and it don't matter. Yeah, I can go do that, but it's like, what is that going to do for my faith? How is that going to boost me up? And it says that the woman's supposed to be the glory of the man, but these women out here, I don't want that, man, because, you know, if King Solomon, which was, we know is Yahawashi, you know, reincarnated, you know, coming back from Isaac, you know, then, you know, that's how we know, man. You know, if he fell and fell and didn't understand and wasn't able to keep a hold of those women without falling short, that's why I'm like, man, I'm not even dealing with that, man. You know, it's whatever. You know, I'd rather deal with this. You know, so Matthew chapter 6, verse 20, and it reads, but lay up yourselves treasures in heaven. See, not here. Not supposed to be laying up stuff here, where neither moth or rust doeth corrupt, or thieves do not break through nor steal. See, you can't steal this word of Yahawah Yahawashi. We stand. They ain't no problems. So this is Ephesians chapter 2, verse 6. And it reads, hold on. Yeah, let's go ahead and start at 6. It says, and he have raised us up together. See, we came up together as a body, you know, and I'm not part of the body of Great Millstone. I'm just one who clings to him, you know. But they also say you don't have to be in the truth it can't be in, you don't have to be in GMS to be part of the truth, but you got to be a follower of G. You got to be following. You got to be given double honors to be part of the truth, because they're the ones who have it. He have raised us up together and made us sit together in heavenly places in the Mashiach Yahawashi, that in the ages to come he might show the exceeding riches of his grace and his kindness toward us through a Mashiach Yahawashi. For by grace are ye saved through faith, and that not of yourselves. It is the gift of power. See, it's a gift, something that was given to us. It wasn't something that we earned. That's why we don't need to think too highly of ourselves, because the Lord gave us this shit. You know, he gave us this truth. So right here, talks about how Putin could have a revolution on his hands because Russian elites refused to send their kids to die in the Ukraine war. Wagner boss Prigozhin warns. Okay, so that's something that he said, and then also, you know, while that's going on, because basically what's happening is, I'll read a little bit of it, and I want to go over there and show something else and put in some precepts. It says Putin could face a revolution because the outrage over war in Ukraine. Wagner boss Prigozhin said Russian elite not sending fat, carefree kids into war could spark public unrest. He added. The Times reported that Prigozhin compared current environment to the 1917 Russian Revolution. So that's what's going on right over there right now. And then we have also over here, it says U.S. imposes sanctions on head of Wagner and Mali amid accusations of weapons plot. Wait, that's not what I'm looking for. This is right here what I'm looking for. Right here. It says U.S. thinks U.S. thinks Ukraine was likely behind the drone attack on Kremlin. But how could they say that they say, like, how could they act like they not sure? They're the ones who giving them their weapons, so they know. You know, they know they did. That's what's going to cause more of this World War III to come about. Because it talks about how Ukraine war latest, Japan scrambles fighter jets to Russian military planes as U.S. intelligence casts new light on Kremlin attack. See, so it's finna be something big go down, and not let alone you had all that explosive weaponry, that explosive chemical just disappear. You know, just the other day, so U.S. intelligence agencies believe that the drone attack on Kremlin this month was unlikely orchestrated by Ukrainian spies or military intelligence, according to the New York Times. When that thing hit that building, you know, we seen about it. We've been considering the whole matter. The newspaper said the attack appeared to be part of a series of covert operations that have made officials in the U.S., Ukraine's biggest supplier of military equipment uncomfortable because they're tied to it. It's guilty by association, you know. So that's what it is, you know. That's what's coming. That's what's getting more serious as we go down. So now we're going to go over here. We're going to tell you in Matthew chapter 12, verse 25. Got a little bit more, and I got to close out. So this reads, and Yahawashi knew their thoughts, and he said unto them, every kingdom divided against itself is brought to desolation. So you got, Russia's, divided against itself, and American Babylon the Great is divided against itself, and they're both going against each other all at the same time. And every city or house divided against itself shall not stand. And they were all in conspiracy together to keep this place, hidden, and hit like in a way where they had a conspiracy to keep, the elect from waking up. So this is verse 26. And if Satan casts out Satan, he is divided against himself. How shall his kingdom stand? All of Satan's are divided against himself right now. And if by Beelzebub cast out devils, by whom do your children cast them out? Therefore, they shall be your judges. You see, they're gonna, destroy themselves. But if I cast out devils by the spirit of Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi, my power is you, and that's what we're doing. We're doing it by taking down strongholds, because they don't understand how powerful this word is. It doesn't even matter if nobody's watching her anyways. It doesn't even matter. That doesn't matter. It's not about whether somebody's watching, because Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi is watching us all the time. It don't really matter. And that's why they always say we don't care about views. We don't care about none of that. All we care about is the ones that the Lord wanted to listen to, so that they could be either condemned or saved. Overall is what we care about, which is the elect. The ones that are saved. That's who we're looking for. We're not looking for nobody else. So if you got one person view the whole thing and they were the elect and they accepted and they changed, that was what that video was for. That was what an hour for that time or 2 hours or whatever was for. And that's worth it over 70,000 people watching the video and none of them coming to the truth. So we don't care about that. We're not making money off of it anyways. It's not about the money. Mark chapter 3, verse 25. Because I don't give a fuck about money. I care about resources. If I can get a chicken sandwich at the end of the day, it doesn't matter how many dollars I have. It just matters if I can get my fucking chicken sandwich. Say load us with daily benefits every day. I just want my fucking chicken sandwich and my wine. Okay? I don't give a fuck. Mark 3:25. And if the house be divided into itself, that house cannot stand. And of course we want more sometimes, but it's like at this point, I'd rather be a soldier for Yahawah, Yahawashi, and not have much of that shit, because it's going to keep me grounded. Isaiah 19 verse 2, and I will set the Egyptians against the Egyptians, and they shall fight everyone against his brother, and everyone against his neighbor, city against city, and kingdom against kingdom. That's what's happening right now. He's dividing in everything, People who really love Yahawah, Yahawashi, and who don't. So, got a couple more things. So while that's going on, you got South Korea. U.S. troops hold 5 large fire drills near border with North Korea. Look at that. Oh yeah, it's finna be a battle real soon. It's gonna be a battle real soon. Okay, it's gonna be serious. Okay, shooting missiles, testing them, making sure they're working. It's gonna be World War III. Okay, it's already some wars going on, but it ain't World War III. But they're making sure they got all their drills running. Like, look at that. They got their drills running. They got everything going. They're trying to make sure stuff goes down. So we got that. Plus, over here in Portugal, it says that Portugal F-16s participate in NATO exercise. So while they're doing that, NATO is exercising as well and doing their drills. Okay? So before we go into that last one, we're going to put in some precepts for these last 2 articles. It's Matthew chapter 24, verse 6. And it reads, and ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye not be troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. Verse 7, for nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines and pestilences and earthquakes in diverse places, which we know. All these are the beginning of sorrows. That's what's coming. These sorrows. So Matthew chapter 24, verse 14. And it reads, and this gospel of the kingdom shall be preached in all the world for a witness unto all nations, and then the end shall come. So we're trying to make sure that we're in line with what the Lord's telling us to do. Keep teaching this, seek out these devils' wickedness until there's no more. Just like it says in Psalms chapter 10, verse 15. You know, learn the 100% truth as we go along, and then get out of here, Lord willing. Luke chapter 21, verse 36. And it reads, watch ye therefore and pray always, that ye may be accounted worthy to escape all the things that shall come to pass, and to stand before the Son of Man. And that's why we put so much diligence into this. So this is Luke. We want to stand before Yahawashi and get out of here. So Luke chapter 21, verse 25. And it reads, and there shall be signs in the sun and in the moon and in the stars and in the earth, the stress of nations with perplexity, sea and the waves warring. Men's heart failing them for fear. Is going to be people literally having heart attacks because of what is going on. And for looking after those things which are coming on the earth, for the powers of heaven shall be shaken. This is Job 36. Verse 11. And so it's like if you it's and it reads, if they obey and serve him, which is Yahawashi, they shall spend their days in prosperity, which is talking about in the kingdom, and their years in pleasures. Then it says, but if they obey not, they shall perish by the sword, and they shall die without knowledge. And that's the one thing. If we're gonna die with knowledge, man. We're not gonna sit out here and die without knowledge. That's the whole thing. We're gonna die with knowledge. We're gonna die with the best knowledge that you can have. That's going to give you salvation on the other side. You know, be crowned in glory. So if we don't make it on this side, so it says Google CEO Eric Schmidt says all AI poses an existential risk that could kill or harm many, and he said many again, many people. So he said that advanced artificial intelligence poses an existential risk to humans. What does that word existential mean? Look it up real quick.
Existential.
So it's concerned with existence, especially human existence, is viewed in theories of exist. Let me see what it says.
Existentialism.
Existentialism. Let me see.
Existentialism.
Existentialism. Yeah. A philosophical theory approach which emphasizes the existence of the individual person as a free and responsible agent, determining their own development through acts of the will. But we can't do nothing without the will of Yahawashi. We know this. We can't. You see? And that's how we know there's no such thing as free will and predestination at the same time. There can't be. So like it says, Eric Schmidt warned advanced artificial intelligence posed an existential risk that could kill or harm many people. The former Google CEO told the Wall Street Journal CEO Council, my concern with AI is actually existential, and existential risk is defined as many people, he said many 4 times, harmed or killed. And there are scenarios, not today, but reasonably soon, where these systems will be able to find zero-day exploits in cyber issues, discover new kinds of biology. So, we don't want to read too much into it. I'm going to put in a couple precepts and I'm going to close out. Got to get ready for the plantation. And Many things that many things that I must do to do that. So Jeremiah, he's fucking eating my stripping, bro. Shit. Think I'm one of the problems. Hell, I'm good over here. Jeremiah chapter 25, verse 33, and it reads, "And the slain of the Lord shall be at that day from one end of the earth even unto the other end of the earth, and they shall not be lamented." That's why we don't give a fuck. Neither gathered. That's why we don't give a fuck. Said, "Let the buried dead bury the dead, nor bury." Don't give a fuck. They shall be dung upon the ground. So, and what's dung? Shit. So if we're saying you ain't shit, and the Lord's saying you ain't shit, Esau Edom saying you ain't shit, then that's not a good sign. You need to make sure that somebody gives a shit about you. And if you're an Israelite, you better hope it's Yahawashi. So Jeremiah, because everybody else doesn't when it comes down to it. This is all the other nations versus us. Nobody gives a fuck if we don't got no shit working in our house. Nobody gives a fuck if we pay shit and we don't get shit taken care of because somebody else around us wanted to dip off with our shit. They don't give a fuck about us. And guess what? We don't give a fuck about you. So when we got it, don't be coming over there with your little crying baby ass doing all that weird bull biggity. Because your ass is gonna have to pay for what you paid for doing what you did to the prophets. You know, misusing the prophets, misusing the people who are working for Yahawah, Yahawashi. Do what you do, bro. You're gonna eventually have to pay that tab, man. And you ain't gonna be able to use your credit card. Jeremiah chapter 8, verse 2. "And they shall spread them before the sun and the moon, and all the host of heaven whom they have loved, and whom they have served, and after whom they have walked, and whom they have sought, and whom they have worshipped, and they shall not be gathered, nor be buried. They shall be for dung upon the face of the earth." And he had all the prophets sounding this. Y'all niggas is gonna be big doo-doo, okay? So we don't give a fuck. So, but as I'm saying, I'm still humble. I'm not no asshole. Like, I don't just go around just telling people they ain't shit, And then when I have people do come up and ask questions, I ask them humbly. I don't just say you ain't shit, fuck you. But in my mind, if you don't accept it, yeah, I'm thinking fuck you. I don't fucking like you. But I'm not gonna just be, if I gotta deal with you, I gotta deal with you. But I'm gonna deal with you in a way where it's like, it says be as wise as a serpent. I'm gonna have circumspect. I'm gonna be circumspect on how to deal with people because I don't want to cause no problems. We're here to speak peace, but war at the same time. See, we're here to bring the war of the Lord. He said that he didn't come to make people happy. He came to make division. So Shalom to elect of Israel, to the hopeful elect of Israel, you Hebrew Israelites, so-called Negro, Latino, Native American, West Indian, Haitians, and foreign Israelites who live like the other nations scattered across the four corners of the earth. I want to give all praise to Barak, to Yahawah, Barak, to Yahawashi, Barak, to Yahawah, Barak, to Yahawashi. Got to give all praise to Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi, Bahasham, Qadash. And give double honors to the elders and apostles of great miracles. Don't let me to this truth and be ordained by the Lord to teach the flock how to live, repent, pray, fast, and show forth the Lord's righteousness every day to the best of their abilities. The judgment always comes to light. Zephaniah chapter 3, verse 9 is not slack. 2 Peter chapter 3, verse 9. And it's unto it rain. 2 Peter chapter 5, verse 42. Lord, wouldn't we part of that number? Lord, wouldn't this be edifying those who fear in the name of the Lord and striving to show forth the Lord's righteousness every day to the best of their abilities? Shalom.